Okay, we're back with Mark Wine, and we talked about it last time. That's how I met you, is at De La Salle. I mean, I remember years ago, you had there was a gap in between, but you know the name Mike Velasquez. I mean, to talk about that, not so much filling his shoes, but what goes on over there at De La Salle?
We do a lot of, when I came in to De La Salle, we kind of changed a lot of things up. We are trying to implement more from the younger levels and then develop them as they grow up. So it's starting at a development age from freshman, sophomore years and more into the performance aspects. Junior, senior year, we've done a lot of things to implement Olympic weightlifting back into the programs there, and some power lifts and, you know, just some of your traditional but non-traditional as well. So we've been doing that to incorporate into all teams, not just football only. We again are obviously focused and heavily working with football, but we are now able to work with a lot of other sports as well. And so we're trying to implement, just different technique training, but again, a lot of Olympic weightlifting is our center focus for what we do over at the school.
And then also I noticed there's like a list you put on the board each day. I don't know why I remember. There was a Turkish something or other.
It's different programs.
Programs. So talk about some of these different things I've seen.
Yeah, we have sport. We do a lot of grids, so we have a lot of sport specific stuff. We have each team goes through their off season, preseasons. Well, their preseason then moves to their off season, their postseason moves to their off season, which moves to preseason then end season. So we do a lot of phasing in and out, different focuses, working on building, and again, we have our postseason training, which is a lot of technique stuff on the bar, working on mobility, things like that. And then we always are integrating injury prevention into all of our programs. The thing we do is each sport, for the most part, has their own program when they get up to the varsity levels. Generally speaking, freshmen, sophomores run from a general development program. So a lot of what's on the board is that. There are some sports who do have their programs up on the board, but most of our guys now, or most of our teams now, have workout templates, so they are basically able to track their numbers and keep track throughout every single all lifts.
Maybe was there the football? There was something on the board. They would look, and each day they're doing something a little different.
Yeah, football has they have a board and templates.
Okay.
Sometimes we don't use templates for them. We just kind of run them through it, and then give them tracking and guidance for where they're going to be doing as far as their numbers. But they have their own board that they look at daily for when they come in and do their lifts.
And that's what I was saying. What are some of the things they might see on that?
It depends on the day. We usually traditionally are more into a lower upper focus. We do transition from that. We do a lot of building and hypertrophy work and cross-sectional work at the beginning. Do a lot of simple lifts from the beginning, just working on developing size and strength. We gradually get into explosive strength and power as we get closer to season.
Right.
We do a lot of bar complexes that pushes them metabolically, but that just it's not every day. That's every couple times a week, or if they get in trouble, we'll do more. But we do a lot of Olympic lifts. Is again our primary focus. So we usually have a full lift plus a pull almost daily. It just kind of depends on what the focus is.
That's also what I saw. There's something there written up. Yeah, you don't want to be late because there's
late policies. We have late policies. Generally, we do. It's pretty much an unsaid rule where you're on time.
Sure.
And if you're not, you better have a really good reason to not be.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's one of those things you do at the beginning, but we don't really have to correct it as much anymore.
Yeah, no, I saw where some of the. I wouldn't want to be late. I saw what some of the penalties were. I mean, do you remember off the top of your head? You know what some of them are?
No, it varies.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of distance lunges just because it's monotonous and it burns you out after a while.
Right, and then in terms of, I'm trying to remember. On the Friday nights, are you there, or you do?
Yeah, I'm there.
Exactly. So but people don't understand this. Like I talked to Anthony Sweeney. I mean, people come. There's 3 hours on a Friday night. I mean, this has been going on since the end of last year. I mean, it's year round. I mean,
we train. We're pretty much year round. We have our season, but there's a 2-week period where they're off, and it's usually beginning part of January into December, and that's pretty much. Sometimes it goes to 3, and then usually when we come back in, we immediately start on some mobility, general conditioning, and mobility work and bar technique work, so they get back to learning to pull correctly and things like that. So we kind of get back in it, and then we go year round. So there's really no time off for football.
Right.
There's, again, a short window, but there's a lot of training that goes into it.
Absolutely. Well, we'll wrap her up on this. Now, maybe like a sports memory that sticks with you there at De La Salle.
A sports memory?
Yeah.
Probably an in-game memory, or an in-game memory
Yeah.
was last year versus Pittsburgh in our NCS game. It was just a physical game, but it was probably Devin's hit. That was probably one of my bigger memories of in-game. And then I would say probably for training-wise, it would have to go to probably last week.
Okay.
We did a competition series that was pretty grueling for the football team, so that was probably as far as training goes, that was one of the bigger ones.
That's great. And I'm trying to think, when you mentioned Devin, that's Devin Ossie.
Yeah, Devin Ossie.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
okay. And so, no, let's wrap up this section, and then we'll maybe come back, we'll talk about the Terrapins.